All right, and we're doing this again.
Yeah.
Okay.
For you non-Patreon members, this is the 6th time we've tried to record this episode,
We keep having shit fuck up.
a technical error keeps coming in. I interviewed a producer on Facebook Marketplace, and he wanted $1,000 an episode, and I thought that was too rich. But now I think he would have been worth every penny.
$1,000? What the frick?
We're on Got Nothing For You, the
This is
world's
Got
only
Nothing For
Survivor
Ya.
podcast. I'm Shane O'Connor,
I'm Sarah Bell.
and we love Survivor.
We love Survivor. We are now, we just fucked this up a couple times. This is gonna work.
But the good news is that we have water from Fiji.
Oh, we didn't even talk about our Fiji water the 3rd or 4th time that we tried to do this.
We got water straight from Fiji. Jeff Probst has walked through these waters, and then they bottled it, so that's why it tastes so good.
Got water for you.
Cheers! You got some water for you.
Yeah, you can't cheers with water, dude. It's bad luck.
That's true. We learned that on tape
I already
2.
have terrible. Yeah, right. I already have terrible luck. But okay, we're getting back into it. We're starting out. They come back from the tribal. Skinny Ryan went home.
Season 7.
I did think it was funny that Jeff called him Skinny Ryan in the thing. It's funny that he uses their nicknames.
Yeah, I guess Jeff's trying to be their dad in this season. He's like,
yeah, it's like, stay out of my room, Jeff.
Jeff, get out of my camp.
Put the lock back on my door. Creep. Yeah, so Lillian's crying. She voted for Austin. Austin said he wanted to quit, but then everybody kept him anyway. He's like one of those people that's just like goes to the gym but doesn't have any athletic ability.
Yeah, it's just like the muscles are all for show.
He's like, I'm gonna get pneumonia.
I wish I could just do bicep curls until he's playing friggin' football on the beach, and I'm like, okay, buddy.
Yeah, like what?
Has anybody ever caught pneumonia on Survivor? No.
This Morgan tribe, it just devastates me. I hate watching them be so freaking awful. Yeah, it's like Austin said he wanted to quit, then he didn't quit. Like, what the frick?
Yeah, I guess it's recency bias, but after season 45 of Survivor, 46, whatever season just happened.
45 was the last one.
When like 3 different people are like, quit me, kill me, vote me off. And now we go back 20 years ago, and a guy's like, this is hard.
I think it was like harder then, though.
Exact, for sure. 100%.
Yeah.
It was the bugs are gross. They did have all that stuff they got, though.
Yeah, but like the thing that he said, he's like, I want to be eating 3 cheeseburgers. I'm like,
fat ass.
3 cheeseburgers. What would be like the food? Like, what would you be like wanting to eat? What would be your first meal off of Survivor Island?
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 milkshakes.
All right.
Maybe I eat a big pizza, because I bet that Fijian pizza is duty. I love pizza.
I love pizza too.
A little cereal would be nice. Little Fruit Loops.
Oh yeah, you're a big cereal boy.
Yeah, I love cereal.
You love cereal.
Oh, you know what'd also be good is as many chicken nuggets from McDonald's as I could fit in my freaking body.
McDonald's chicken nuggets. No.
What do you like better? I mean, Wendy's is better, but
Wendy's
I feel like
Wendy's is my favorite, hands down.
I've kind of off the spicy Wendy's nuggets. Have you? What's your opinion on them?
Yeah, I don't really do the spicy nuggets. Just because I know I'm going to be shitting my brains out after I eat. I don't really want to eat spicy food when I know I'm going to be shitting my brains out.
Yeah, just something to watch out for. I like
just something to watch out for.
I would get a 6-pack of regular and a 6-pack of spicy and be like, let them duke it out down there.
Back. Yeah, I do. I miss the 4 for $4.
What would you get?
I probably wouldn't want to eat like
you go back to Ponderosa.
Roasted chicken or
food.
What? I just want to eat I eat a roasted chicken every week.
Like a rotisserie chicken?
I roast a chicken every week and I eat it.
A whole chicken.
I roasted whole chicken every week.
Do you behead it in the backyard?
No, but sometimes I spatchcock the chicken if I don't have time to cook the whole thing.
Doesn't that take longer?
No, because you're like you're kind of, it's like
Are you
cutting
buying a whole chicken?
Buy it at the grocery market, bargain market, grocery outlet, bargain market.
Oh, where you have to catch your own?
No,
do you debone it? I'm so confused. I make a lot of stuff in the microwave.
Yes. So it's like roasting a whole chicken's not hard. You buy a chicken, it costs me like $6.
That's how much a rotisserie chicken. A cooked rotisserie chicken also costs $6.
Yeah, but you're getting like a 2-pound little tiny chicken. I get like a big bird. Plus, it tastes so much. Like, I like a rotisserie chicken, but it's only good. It's like sitting there, it kind of gets dried out. It's only good when you're eating it, like right when you first get it. Once you put it in the refrigerator, it's not good anymore.
Yeah.
I roast the chicken, I put some butter in it.
Oh, so you meal prep the whole chicken?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then, yeah, just cut it up and I eat it.
I feel like you could cook one of the birds. You could cook on Survivor probably pretty good then.
I think I would be good at the survival part. Minus like I just have my skin is so awful. Like I would just be like in so much pain that like to a level that people would not understand. I just don't think that I would go on the show because I really think that my skin would be like bleeding constantly. And
what if they give you like I know they give people like their medications or whatever in the morning. What if they threw you a little lotion? Would you be
I don't even do anything. I mean, I just have, even at home, I have bleedy head.
You have plaque psoriasis?
I do. One time I was probably on my period or something. I was just being a total bee about getting ready for something. I was feeling fat. I didn't have anything to wear. And then I had this like patch of psoriasis on my head and it was bleeding. And then I was yelling at my boyfriend. I was like, I'm fat and I'm bleeding out of my head. I'm like, who's going to want to talk to me? Like I just had to go to some party and I'm like, I don't want to go. I'm like bleeding out of my head.
Yeah. Well, and you're bleeding all over.
Yeah, I was bleeding out of my top and my bottom.
Like a stuck pig.
Ew.
I just want to cook something on a rotisserie. I want to do the rotating. I feel like that would be kind of peaceful.
Yeah, I tried to make it like a rotisserie chicken, like to taste like a rotisserie chicken in the crock pot, like slow cooked the chicken.
Oh.
But without any like moisture or anything in it.
Yeah.
Just put like a piece of tin foil on the bottom so it doesn't like burn the bottom of it. It came out all right. It's kind of like the texture of it was weird because it cooked so slow.
Dang.
But yeah, basically like every Sunday or once a week, I just cook a whole entire chicken. So I think that that's what I would be like.
You're
really
like a farmer. Farmer Sarah.
Yeah.
You're going to go into Ponderosa and be
I'm
like,
just broke,
give me the chicken
and I like
raw.
to eat good food.
Oh, yeah. I mean like ramen noodles and stuff.
Yeah. I still eat ramen noodles, but.
Sometime the other day, I really thought about putting 2 packs in the bowl at once. But then
What? 1 pack is our 2 servings.
What?
1 pack of ramen, like regular ass ramen, is 2 servings of noodles. Look at the pack.
2 noodles?
2 servings of noodles.
I had this cookie. It was like at my office. I stole it. I stole a bunch of them, and it's like a protein cookie or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's big, and I'm like, oh, I'm healthy cookie. I'm eating it. It's got like plant protein or something. And then I look at it, and it's a serving is half a cookie. Mm-hmm. Who has ever stopped at half a cookie? Only like the black and white cookie people where they only like half.
Who are you, Brian Regan? Do you remember his joke about the serving sizes?
What's up with the serving sizes?
He would be like, he goes, I'm eating Fig Newtons by the sleeve. Like a wood chipper. There's pieces of them flying off the side of my head.
I do remember this joke. He's like, they're putting the serving sizes on the labels. Like, isn't that a joke?
Yeah, he's like, look, come over here. I put half a cup as a serving size, and they printed it. He's funny. He still uses his headshot when he goes around, like from like 30 years ago.
I love it. He's the man.
And now he looks old.
I was just talking to somebody. Like, he's like the most famous comedian who only does comedy. Nowadays.
Like stand up.
Like he doesn't have a podcast. He doesn't do TV really. He's like,
yeah, I love that.
He's on the
show. There's a bunch of guys that do that, but like older comics. But
he's on the show Louder Milk it's on Netflix now. It's pretty good.
Oh.
It's got the guy from Office Space in it. It's about people in recovery.
Oh, wow. Okay. Maybe I'd enjoy that. Sometimes
there's a
that kind of
lady
stuff
with
makes
one
me
leg.
cry really hard.
It's really intense.
Yeah. If I
Anyway.
need a good cry.
There's this boat challenge that we were both dying to talk about because
Oh, yeah. Also, real quick, I wrote over at Drake, and then I wrote Drake's dick. Did you look at Drake's dick?
I wanted to.
Rapper Drake? You want to see it right now?
Oh wait, Drake's. I thought you were saying Jake's dick. No, I saw Drake's dick, and my girlfriend left me after we watched the video together.
Oh my God.
She's
what?
like, "Wow, it can get so much better than this little tiny
It
thing."
was too much dick. And also, it wasn't Drake.
What?
I don't think it was really Drake.
I don't think if I saw a penis flaccid that looked like that, I would run. That's so.
Flaccid, he was beating it off.
But I mean, it wasn't erect. It was like flopping like a hose.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I mean, yeah.
You don't know how
got
big
it on
dicks
me.
work?
You got
We
me.
get it. We get it.
You got
me neither.
Why do you think I started a podcast?
But okay. I can't remember what we talked about on the other ones and what we talked about.
Jeff
on
was
this
explaining
one.
how a bucket works.
Oh, I did talk about, yeah, okay. So they do this challenge where they have to like put water in each other's boats. Also, the challenges are just so like simple. They're like things like kindergartners could do.
Jeff always starts them with like fun facts. He's like, pirates were on these islands. Pirates are known for liking boats. Get in the boats, survivors.
Yeah, he's like really dumbing things down in a childlike way. And then, yeah, he's like, and you'll have a bucket. The bucket could be used to scoop water and pour it. And I was like, why is he just describing how a bucket works? Just give them the tools and have them figure it out. Why are you like babying them? Sorry, am I being too loud?
No, I just like silencing women.
You like to play around with the knobs.
What's it called? Yeah, and then everybody's trying to sink a boat by pushing on it with a stick, which is asinine to say the least.
Yeah, and then like Austin's boat and them, they just kind of like float off to the side. So then they just let both of them get like double teamed.
Go on.
Yeah, they're all the Morgan's getting double teamed by the Drake stick.
Do you remember? I can't believe he was hitting on Millie Bobby Brown when she was 16 with that thing in his pants.
Drake?
Yeah.
Well, stranger things have happened.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Anyway.
Okay.
You remember that Disney Channel original movie Double Teamed?
Yeah, because my sister and I used to do this thing where we would point noses to each other.
Oh, they do that. The sisters.
They
do?
used to close up on the. They used to. Yeah, it was the Double Teamed. It was called. It was like a movie about twins that play basketball. Mm-hmm. They also. It was another movie where they didn't cast twins, as if there's no actresses that are actually twins.
Did you know they also didn't cast tall people? They had like
they
these
had, like,
platform
lifts.
shoes and stuff. And
Why
I
do
was
we
like,
both know so much about this movie? They used to close up when they would go to shoot
Disney
the ball.
Channel's
They
my
would close
passion.
up on their feet and they would like go like this with their feet
Oh yeah,
for
they
like
pump. They,
3 minutes.
they
It's
do
like,
the under the desk
I'm
foot
calling
thing.
traveling, dude. I know you're not actually picking your feet up, but what the fuck are you doing?
Oh man, there was that other movie, basketball movie, where it was like the
Jewish kids?
Jewish kids strike again, or something. Jewish lightning or something. I forget what they called it.
Yeah, it was the
It had Alex Lynn
know.
in it. I don't know.
the LA lawyers.
Man, lawyers versus the chiropractors.
Yeah. Yeah, what was it? Was like, why was that? It was like an inspirational
Yeah.
sports movie about a bunch of like Jewish kids trying to play basketball.
Yeah, it's like an airplane when they're like, she's offering something to read in the seat, and she's like, "Do you have anything light?" And she's like, "I have this leaflet on famous Jewish sports figures." And God, I love that movie.
My favorite Disney Channel movie was Alley Cat Strike, because it was like the whole premise of the movie was that this one kid was like failing class, or he got in trouble, so his punishment was to like be on the bowling team, but he
Yeah.
was like the star athlete,
Yeah,
so
but he had no idea how to bowl.
he didn't know how to bowl. And then somehow by like And then like the bowling alley is owned by the other kid's dad, and they're gonna close it down. But somehow, for whatever reason, the popular kid that's like 16 in the town plays on the bowling team, and they win, and it somehow saves the bowling alley.
Yeah, that's how things work. More importantly,
cool.
Kaylee Cuoco's in that movie from
Kaylee Cuoco?
The hot lady from Big Bang Theory, that blonde lady.
Oh,
she's the one girl. And then at the finale is when the very quiet girl spins the ball.
Yeah,
to get the 7-10 split. Yeah.
Set them up just the way you like. That's the song for that.
Is that a Drake song?
Phone heats up when the alley cat strikes. I don't know why I know that, but I did watch that movie a lot. Okay, back at Drake. Kristen so they, Morgan loses because they're a bunch of freaking failures at this point.
That's Morgan.
It's Morgan for you. And then I wrote that Lillian's bumming me the fuck out.
Yeah, she's just like, I don't know if she ever brought me joy the entire season. I don't know if there's a single thing.
She looked sad the whole time because it's sad to see a grown woman dressed in this scout's outfit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something you only want to see a grown woman in if it's a child-size one. And it's your bachelor weekend.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would not watch Lillian strip.
I would watch current day Lillian strip. 71-year-old Lillian.
Yeah, she's 71. She's still out on the scouts.
Get her Delilah's badge.
What else happened? Oh, we didn't talk about how Sandra and Johnny got in a fight, which was funny.
Oh yeah, I thought they fight so hard that you'd think they're gonna kiss at the end. It's like one of those fights.
Yeah, which would be really bizarre. I don't think I would want to watch that either.
If he does the finger thing so often, and I get, you need a catchphrase, you need to be known for something, but your name is already a made-up name. Like, what's his real name? Like Stevens or something?
I have no idea.
No one knows.
Johnny Fairplay, because he plays fair. They lose. What was the reward for this even? I don't even remember. I think it was maybe the reward was like
the sewing
blankets.
Machine?
No, sewing machine was next because I wrote down what the fuck kind of reward is that?
And they're still stealing stuff after every challenge.
Yeah, so they're like gonna go steal their like pot or something like that. They go. Kristen goes to raid them, and then Austin called her Big Bird, and I thought that was kind of funny because she's got like a really weird voice.
She does. It's weird that they make the contestants row to like the challenges and to tribal, but when they raid it, they get on a motorboat.
Yeah, they're really trying to exhaust them.
I don't know where they got the strength. They're like, yeah, just paddle 3 miles and get to the challenge. And they're like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, like, I definitely feel like it's gotten easier. But they also don't show us a lot of that stuff anymore. They just, like, don't show anything about them, like, traveling back and forth to places and a lot of what they're doing.
It used to be such, like, a nice, like, meander through the islands, and now it's, like, contest, drama, personal backstory that's really sad.
Yeah, I could do without the personal backstory, to be honest with you. Like, show me them talking at the camp and maybe things will come up. But, like, I really don't need to, like, everyone has a monologue, like, a long-ass thing and, like, a whole mini documentary about their life in the middle of the episode. Like, oh, my mom left me at a bus stop or something. I'm like, I don't even care.
Yeah, it starts turning into that scene from 30 Rock with Tracy where he's like, a basketball hoop was a baby's rib cage.
God, that is so funny. That's just so funny. Yeah, honestly, nothing else really happens on this episode. Like, Morgan's just totally tanking it. They're terrible.
Tanking. They just have that one guy who's good. Andrew's a stud.
I think he's like definitely Silver Fox vibes. He's pretty hot.
Oh my god! Nowadays he probably is. He's probably.
I like men like have like a nice chest.
Couldn't be me.
Work on that, men. Have like a nice big like puffed up chest. Like he has like pecs.
Okay. Well, but you don't like Austin? He's got pecs.
No, but like I said, like he looks. You could tell when someone just works out a lot versus like has strength, physical strength.
You're telling me.
Yeah, you work out a lot?
I went to the Stairmaster yesterday. I did 20 minutes on the Stairmaster.
I did write down Rupert's starting to look pretty jacked in this episode.
Dude, Rupert is like, I call it like dad strength, where you're kind of like, you're not defined, but you're not fat. You kind of just have like thick arms, and you're like, wow, that guy can move a couch.
Yeah, he's really strong, and he's just like nonstop working.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves to work. He loves just fishing.
And then at the end of this, Lillian got voted out.
Balls out.
Womp, 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 womp. Go home.
Bye, Lil.
I'm very happy when the person that's making me depressed watching the show gets kicked off.
There's nothing better in this world while watching Survivor than that.
And then when they tried to snuff her torch, it didn't go out right away.
Yeah, two tries, Lil. That's what they call her.
You should get to stay after that. Just kidding.
Jeff.
Peace out, bitch.
Jeff should hit her with the thing. This is when the light went out.
Yeah, they should make them walk over like fiery coals or something to leave. All right, so now we're at episode 4, season 7, episode 4. It starts out with freaking the Morgan tribe's just so pathetic. They have like their camp is set up in the water. They've got like just a couple logs as a barrier. They're spending all this time digging a sand wall that's just being like, it's like, do they not know how sand works?
It's adorable though, because they're like, you know what? Let's have a beautiful ocean property and then dig a hole like we're 6 for like an hour.
Oh yeah, it's like, yeah, they're like trying to live in a sandcastle, and then they're wondering why everything's terrible.
Yeah, nobody's hole at the beach has ever withstood the tide. The tide is undefeated.
Yeah, I mean, that was a funny thing. Like, I think it happened in the next episode, but when Rupert comes over and he's like, why are you, he's like, you know, like that the tides change.
What are you doing? I can't do Rupert's voice.
Oh, that's him winning the challenge.
That's him finding the hook.
It's him anytime he acts like a child.
But he's a big goofy guy. And his balls are out.
Yeah, this episode's crazy. I wrote down Johnny Fairplay fights like a little bitch because he's always whining like, oh, you guys, you went into the thing and he's like just really whining like I've never seen on the show.
It's weird. I guess it's like when you have 3 days in between each challenge, you can have like a whiny day, and then as long as you like get it back together challenge day, it's like all is forgiven.
Yeah, it's like when you do like shitty material in the middle of your set and you're like, well, I got time to come back from this.
It's an old shit sandwich right there. You know, start out with some good material, try out some new stuff that sucks, and then close us strong.
Yeah,
close
have an opener,
strong.
have a closer.
Yeah, and then don't forget to tip your servers, okay? They're working hard for you out on our show floor.
Last night I literally shit on the bartender while I was on stage. I couldn't take it. But there's a whole nother story.
For the Patreon, join the Patreon. We'll make you a immunity necklace.
Oh yeah, I will make people
immunity idol.
The sewing machine is a really weird ass reward. They would never give a reward like that now.
It's so heavy. It's like, oh yeah, we'll just, and because it's the pedal one, and like,
yeah, and it is like, it does like show that it's like they just had so much more downtime where they weren't like playing the game and they were just kind of like passing time. They're like, here's some arts and crafts stuff for you.
They're still not playing the game. They're all just being like, they're bad at camp. Let's vote them out. It's like there's no like strategy. There's just like, they're weak.
Yeah, they haven't really started getting into the like alliances and blindsides, and I mean at this point, Morgan's the only, like Drake, they haven't even gotten fire, like they haven't even lit their torches yet. They haven't been.
It's true. Yeah, unlit,
which is crazy. Like I do think that makes it really hard to play the game where it's like when everyone's like, we're all best friends and we don't ever have to like talk strategy, because you don't really want to talk strategy until you have a reason to, because otherwise you're like, there's so much more game that could be played and change that you wouldn't like. You should plant seeds of alliances, but
yeah, because then you gotta sow before you can reap, gang. And sowing rules, but man, reaping sucks sometimes.
Yeah, but anyway, so they get this freaking sewing machine. Oh, Austin's drowning during the challenge.
He's not a great swimmer. I think he says it.
He's drowning, and Jeff just goes, who can swim?
Yeah.
He's like, save my life. They don't have like a person that can throw something out to him. Then he brings him back in, and Jeff goes, great teamwork. I'm like, teamwork? They just saved this guy's life.
Yeah, why would he volunteer for the swimmy part? Like, just be one of the diggers in the... Yeah. It's like you could dig in the sand, you can swim out to the thing.
Yeah, you could dig in the sand, or you could dig your own grave by trying to swim. Austin, you freaking idiot.
Gosh, because, they didn't have the budget for the scuba divers and stuff they have nowadays. The safety guys. They just have Jeff being like a lifeguard without a whistle. It's being like, no running.
But it's like you don't... unless you're like a trained lifeguard, it's like you're really not supposed to try to save somebody that's drowning like that. Like... I know it was like two guys. Yeah, they can like take you down, and then you're like, I mean, I'm not saying they shouldn't have gone out and saved him, absolutely, but I was just surprised that they didn't have like boats out there or something.
Yeah, I don't know. They should have given him floaties. No one's drowned on this show. It's probably that he, ate like 30 minutes before, and everybody knows you gotta wait an hour.
Yeah, he was just hanging on to those buoys. But, like, the same thing, too. It's like he probably would have been fine if he didn't immediately start panicking and saying he couldn't do it and start giving up.
Like, that's what drowning people do. They panic because they're idiots, and they should learn
That's his
swim.
whole MO, though, because he's, like, stinks on ice. Drake wins. Big shocker.
Yeah.
And then, Rupert's going, wow, we won!
They're very tribal. I don't like how they're so tribe oriented. I think it's because the new game has got me away from tribes, but now they're just like, we're Morgan, and that's everything.
Yeah, no, Rupert really takes the like.
Drake doesn't talk to Morgan.
Yeah, Rupert really takes like the being a tribe part really seriously. Anytime someone talks against the tribe, he gets like personally offended, and he starts freaking out.
How cool would it be if when people got tribal tattoos, they were like Survivor logos instead of those weird lines?
If we get 100 Patreon subscribers, we'll get matching Survivor tattoos.
Yeah, we'll get two halves of an idol that only has full power when we like lock our arms together and boop. That would be pretty good.
All right. Wow.
100.
I didn't know we were that close. They win the sewing machine. They close up on Rupert's crotch.
Wait, I kind of forget why he needed his shorts got ruined, or like
he was wearing jeans.
Oh, right.
And it's like once you get jeans wet, it's like you're a big man. His thighs are rubbing together to begin with.
Gosh.
So they had taken like some of the girls. Yeah, they had taken some of the girls' clothes and cut the bottom of the top of the dress to.
That's right. He was
tie it around his waist.
I don't know. Don't you like put your jeans on and then sit in the tub and then let them dry out on you to make them skin tight? Isn't that a thing people do?
Oh my God, that sounds like a nightmare.
Mark Maron did it on his podcast. He's like, yeah, I sit in the tub and let the pants form onto my legs. Lock the gates.
What? That sounds crazy. It's not like a baseball glove. You don't need to like.
Ooh, I ordered some new jeans to replace my jeans that have the hole in the taint.
Yeah, I need to get some new jeans too.
You can see straight up my butt crack.
Yeah.
And the wind is whipping and it's cold out there.
Are you a boxers guy?
I was a boxers guy for a very long time, but now I yearn for the security of the boxer brief.
Yeah, I think that boxer brief is the way. I don't know how it's like wearing like a t-shirt underneath like a smaller sweatshirt. It's like, you have to have something kind of fitted to your body if you're going to put another thing over top of it.
But then there's like that episode of Seinfeld where Kramer's like, the jockeys are hurting my balls, Jerry, or whatever, and he thinks that they're killing his sperm. Yeah, so that's up here all the time, But then you put on some boxers and you're like, wow, this is Free Willy. This is great.
Yeah.
Free Drake, free Drizzy.
So they close up on Rupert's crotch and he's going like, oh, I love it. Oh.
I wish you could get at least a rough estimate of how big a piece he's rocking. Because I was trying to figure that one out. The whole tribe got naked a couple episodes ago, and I was like, they blurred it out too hard. He's
got to have at least, I mean, it's not going to be like Drake size.
But he is Drake. He's on Drake. He's not going to have
I want to say like he's got a medium-sized peener because he's got a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
And Does he have a wife and kids?
Definitely a wife for sure. His wife's hot.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's probably medium big.
Plus, he's got like big hands and big feet. I know that doesn't mean everything, but
I don't know. I can't speak to these people.
he could have a micro peen, and I'd love him all the same.
Look at my dirty penis.
Yeah, he's like, I've got a big dick.
Using it to bait the fish. That's why he's such a good fisherman.
I mean, it wasn't like you could see anything when he was flapping around like this in a dress, so it's not a good sign that he's got
cold.
Drake worthy peen. Oh, they finally got the treasure on the Drake team in this episode.
Yeah, at that point I was like, I like how they get the treasure and they're like, it's all rotten.
Yeah, that's terrible. Like, why would
so funny.
why would they put any, like, I guess they're just, I mean, they would have never found that without winning the 3 challenge. Like, it's like they found it probably the earliest possible that you could.
Yeah, they couldn't have found it earlier.
So I don't know what the Survivor people were thinking setting that up.
There's the interns probably on it. They're like, hey, interns, go dig a hole, and then put these non-sealed foodstuffs in there. It was also really
bizarre because they were looking for it forever, and then she goes, what about over here? And then she just happens to be standing directly on top of, like...
You think it was a plant?
No, I just thought that was, like, really kind of funny. Like, I'm sure... It wasn't like they watched them, like, walking away from the tree and counting the paces or anything like that. She just was like... What about over here? Like, it was so, like, not... She's like, what up, Michelle? What about over here? And then he walks over and he just is like, oh, yep. You're standing right on top of it.
Some people are born with it, you know? They can sense the gold in their feet.
Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe she was born with it.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
I thought it was funny the New Yorker saying chocolate.
It's a commercial?
They find Sean's from New York and he keeps going chocolates.
Yeah, he's like freaking the guy from SpongeBob.
Chocolate.
I wish there was more. There's not a lot of good northern accents on Survivor. There's always. It's always.
You like the good southern accent.
Southern ones, yeah. It's like, I'm a mortician, and I'll take a little trophy home with me if I can.
I was hanging up on there for a while. It was fine.
I'll keep a tooth or two, just a little treat for me. A little something to take home. They're not paying me that well. I'll bring home an ear. I don't care. I already have a necklace. It matches my grandpappy's. He brought it back from Vietnam. I just want to be with my grandpappy.
And he's just like, chocolate! They would never do something like that now.
Make like, a necklace instead of like ears?
What if instead of like a hidden immunity idol, there were like reward hidden things where it was like if you found it you would be able to like go and like...
They kind of did that in season 45 where they like hid all the little stuff across the island and everybody had to run and get it at the same time. You remember they were like looking for like little pieces of whatever.
I thought that was just for the
they're running. You got to run.
Wasn't that just for the money for the...
Oh yeah, it was money.
It was money for the... So it wasn't like they were looking for a hidden immunity idol and they found like a piece of paper that said like that you've unlocked some sort of like actual reward, like food or
ramen.
I don't know, brushing your teeth.
Everybody's teeth comes out looking okay, and that's confusing to me. Like, I guess they rub it with bamboo or something is the way you do it.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to get a cavity in like 1 second. Plus, they're not eating anything. So it's like...
Unless you get on that reward, you're eating sugar, and then you vomit. And then the vomit sticks on your teeth. And then you go, ah.
Yeah. Johnny was like, this feels like ghetto Christmas.
Oh, God. Yeah.
And I did think that was annoying. Like it was a bummer that all the stuff was fucked up, but also it's like you're on the tribe where you're like basically staying in like a glamping situation and you're being fed by this like big ogre every day. And then the other team's like they got nothing. And then also he's been drunk the whole time.
Yeah, he did get very drunk.
I felt like this was when they decided to throw the challenge.
This is my swamp.
Yeah.
No, I hate when they throw a challenge.
Donkey?
Just stop it. They're like, oh, this is what we need to do. And yeah, they blow like the Jenga, or was it like the Stratego? They got to move on the planks.
Yeah, that was stupid. And it's like,
like Like, Derek, go fight that large man.
I don't know why. Like, I mean, I guess not everybody agreed to throw the challenge, but it seemed like a lot of people were in agreement to throw the challenge. And it's like, you do realize that one person of this tribe is going to have to be kicked off. And it ended up being the guy Burton that suggested that they throw the challenge.
Burton, the evil genius, Burton.
Yeah.
Buy your skateboard, it's Burton. Buy your snowboard, it's Burton.
Yeah.
That jacket, Burton.
I felt like in this Burton. I felt like in this episode when Morgan, even when they won, their reaction was just like so lackluster, and
they're dehydrated.
It almost seemed obvious to everybody on both sides that they were just kind of let them win. Like, didn't seem competitive, them winning.
But Andrew was still stoked.
And it seems kind of pathetic.
They got a little stoked though. Just a little, just a touch. Just a little stoked. You know that feeling you get when a new episode of your favorite Survivor podcast, the only Survivor podcast, drops on your phone? You get a little stoked. It's kind of like that when they won the challenge. Yeah, you got a little stoked.
Bing! You got a new episode of your favorite podcast.
You can only get that feeling if you subscribe to the podcast.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, retweet.
Definitely share this with your friends that love Survivor.
Yeah, they won't let me post on the Survivor Reddit anymore because of some stuff I did in the past, but it's not important now, okay? What I need is someone to help me get a new Reddit account so they won't know that the Karma is a guy on Reddit banning me from the Survivor posts. That was supposed to be Taylor Swift, but I didn't really have
Karma is a Reddit.
Karma is a guy on Reddit looking at nudes of my mom. Nope, that's not it. That was bad. Edit out.
I can't stand her.
Taylor Swift?
I'm done with her.
Whoa. This is a
I'd
discussion.
vote her off the island, bitch. I never was really into her, and now I'm just like, I'm so sick of hearing about it.
That was like me with Hillary Clinton.
Oh, well, don't get me started on that bitch. So Burton gets voted out because he's a freaking idiot. They steal Rupert. I felt like they responded so quickly to stealing Rupert, which ended up being the best move for them. But like strategically, you kind of potentially like would want to take their weakest person so that they have to vote out a strong person. Mm-hmm. But they voted out a strong person anyway, and they got to have Rupert. That was like such a winning decision for
Yeah, I like.
They didn't really know that he was scooping up 100,000 fish and like working nonstop on the beach.
Yeah, he's just a provider. He loves being the man, bringing the meat on the table. Fish isn't meat, fish is fish.
He just goes over and saves the tribe completely.
Your shelter is insane.
Yeah, he just teaches them like that the moon exists and that tides change. Like,
why aren't you under a tree? It's raining.
He's like, there's natural shelter by being under these giant, massive trees like animals do. Plus, Plus, they're like, they're literally fully exposed. They're like talking about how they're getting eaten alive by crabs every night.
Yep, that sounds like me in college.
Ew.
Hermit crabs. I had hermit crabs.
Yeah, you had hermit crabs.
They escaped from the cage. They got them. They got on all over me.
One time I had a hermit crab and then I thought it was dead and I put my finger inside the thing.
Oh no!
And it clipped my finger and I couldn't get it off, so I just went. And it flung against. I was like a little kid, you know. It flung against the wall and I couldn't find it. I couldn't find where it went. And then, like, months later, I was cleaning my room. It was just dead hermit crab with, like, the shell crushed.
You're a destroyer
felt so bad.
of
I killed it.
They creeped me out. My sister had one, and then it had like poop sponge or something. I touched I thought it was
a water sponge.
I touched something, and it was like the poop or something. And I was like, I'm out. I'm out on crabs forever. Even Mr. Krabs. Capitalism. The Krusty Krab Christmas is the pizza for you and me.
Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza.
The only pizza for you and me.
It was his hat. He was number one. I love SpongeBob.
Okay, Sandy.
Anyway, ravioli.
SpongeBob.
Give me the formioli.
Have you seen that shirt where it's like... it just says a picture of the chum bucket, and it's like I don't always chum, but when I do, I chum buckets or something like that.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, we'll sell it on our Patreon for $800.
Wow, I chum buckets. That's so funny, dude. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Dude, me and my friend, I went to the bathroom at this bar. We're pre-gaming a Pavement concert, and
I love Pavement.
he's at the bar. I'm like, I gotta pee. I'm looking at my phone and Twitter as I'm peeing, and I see that T-shirt. I send it to him. I put my phone in my pocket. I get back, and he's like, check your phone. And we had sent the same T-shirt to each other within a minute of the thing. Yeah, shout out, Smokey Brian. He's a real one.
Yeah, what are you smoking, Brian?
He's smoking crack with Johnny Hopkins. Let's land this plane. Rupert's World.
Okay, there's only like 2 seconds. Yeah, I wrote down that the episode should have been called Rupert's World.
Who would be Rupert's sidekick?
World.
If he did Wayne's World, yeah. Who would be like Rupert's sidekick, do you think?
Johnny Fairplay.
No, he would hit him with the guitar.
Rupert's World.
Rupert's World.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, who's his best bud on the show? Like the women. He loves the women.
He loves the women. The women he loves.
He loves the women. They did the smoothie challenge. Rupert brings a little mascot.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
We'll cut through this one really quickly.
The
Has
snake.
this little barracuda.
Yeah. Oh, wait. What can we talk for a minute about how much glee Jeff took in making those sundaes?
Yeah,
In
the
the
Jeff
blender?
special.
Yeah, the Jeff special. He's like, let me piss in this real quick. And then he turns around. He's like, drink it.
I hate these kinds of challenges. I just like I don't know who started this Fear Factor.
Fear Factor
started it. Joe Rogan started it. I'm blaming you, Joe Rogan.
Hey, Joe Rogan.
Because he was the reason. He was the whole entire Fear Factor.
And the reason was yeah.
Hoobastank. Well, I'll tell you who Bastank, and it's Morgan Tribe.
Hey, no, didn't they win this challenge?
No, they did end up winning this challenge because
what's her name?
Michelle was supposed to not
fake being
shug
good.
the thing, and then she did.
That was so funny. They're like, you had one job to do, lose on purpose, and instead she's the fastest. She's like, it's so easy. I just open my throat and slide the whole thing down.
Yeah, that was insane.
She's in a sorority for sure.
But also it was really weird because I had at this point not noticed that she even existed on the show. So
yeah, she was
pretty quiet and pretty nothing burger.
Wait, but then how would you think you would do in one of these challenges IRL?
I would never do it.
Really?
I would not be able to I don't like the whole idea of competitive eating in any respect. I don't like the idea of why am I eating something terrible? You have not had any real food in your stomach, and then you're putting raw nasty shit. I would
muscles. Sea urchin.
If I was on the show, I'd have to try, but I think I would really be bad at it. I'd immediately start throwing up.
Yeah. And then if I see someone else throw, I'll throw it.
That's what I'm talking about too. So I actually fast forward through all these challenges. They do them on all of the shows that I watch. I always fast forward through it. I cannot get through it.
Dang. Yeah, that was always my greatest fear when I would go on The Amazing Race, because The Amazing Race is the greatest game show of all time.
Eat a tarantula.
Yeah, because the roadblock clues are so not telling you. They're all they're like, is it time for a snack or something? It'll just be something very not alarming, and then you get there and it's eat this bull's penis, and you're like, ah, and then you're just crying, and you can't switch out the roadblock because then you take a 4-hour delay, and
I understand.
You can't do that.
I kind of understand with a show like Amazing Race or Survivor, when they're in different places, that it's this is something that is actually part of the local cuisine that is not common to American people, so it's gonna make them kind of feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? It's still a challenge, but it's it's still real edible food.
Yeah.
It's oh, here's a pig's brain or something like that, where it's okay, this is actually something people eat that American people might be grossed out by, but not oh, hey, I'm just gonna put a raw giant octopus that's not even edible into a blender and have you drink it. A full sardine with the scales. They made them eat the scales. It's like
at the start of the season of Deadliest Catch. They
get like
them eat a herring.
Scales get like stuck in your freaking teeth. Like scales are like nasty. You literally scale the fish before you would eat.
Yeah, the only scales I want are dragon scales. They're super valuable. Okay, you ever have one? I bought some on the dark web. Some dragon scales. Remember that show, Dragon Scales, Dragon Tales?
Dragon Tales.
And they had a rainbow dragon scale, and that was how they transported it back and forth to the world.
I don't remember that.
This podcast is for children.
Dragon Tales.
Dragon Tales. Dragon Tales.
Yeah.
They voted off Michelle because she faked.
They did vote off Michelle because she shouldn't have chugged the thing, and it was actually really funny because while Rupert and Michelle are like walking on the beach together trying to talk about like what's gonna happen, she is literally like walks off to the side and starts throwing up, and he just walks over and sits down next to her and then continues to talk about the tribal. And then she's like and she's like, yeah, I know like the I'm like, why are you continuing this conversation? Like, just, give it a little time out.
Yeah. I had a good thing to change. Oh, I watched this guy on TikTok. Oh, he's a child. He's like 16 or something. He's really good at chugging stuff. And so people just request him to chug stuff. So he'll do like he did a bottle of lemon juice the other day. That was kind of weird. But like, he just does that thing where he like unhinges his jaw and just like basically like goes straight down without him like glugging. Yeah. Which is a cool technique. But yeah, it's very, it's kind of scary.
I think I did a beer bong once in my life. I never did a keg stand.
I didn't do a beer bong, right? Because I had like a lighter, and they were like, "That's not what you need." Smoke the beer. I tried to smoke the beer.
Smoke the beer. It took me a second because it was such a bad joke.
You did a keg stand, you said?
No, I'm like, I don't need to be chugging things. You know what I mean?
The first time I shotgunned a beer,
competitively eating things.
I shotgunned a beer. I didn't know how to do it. I was pretty drunk. It was like a New Year's Eve party, and someone like made the hole for me in the side, and then everybody's like, "All right, 1, 2, 3," and then I just drank the beer out of the hole. I didn't know you're supposed to open the top part.
Oh, so
to make the vacuum. So I'm just like, oh, this is weird. This is a weird American custom.
Yeah, you're like, it's not really coming out fast enough, and everybody else is like done and walked away already.
Yeah, they're like,
10 minutes later,
see you, loser.
What happened?
God.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've shotgun a beer before. Well, next time we'll shotgun a beer on the Patreon. But yeah, that was episode 3, 4, 5,
6, 7. We're gonna do all the rest of them in the next episode. It'll be a super recap. We're gonna
super recap the whole rest of the season real fast. So that we can get on to the new season 46 of Survivor.
46.
And you're going to get to hear it recapped here. This is the only place you can get a Survivor recap. And, you can share this with your friends who don't listen to Survivor because since you listen to the whole episode, that 90% of what we're talking about is not about the show.
You're here for our personalities.
Yeah, the impressions. The little anecdotes about our crazy...
Larry, what are you doing?
Oh.
No, I'm not doing that joke again. Hurt my voice.
I know. Well, you guys missed it. It was an exclusive for me.
Yeah, I did Crazy Dave Osborne's voice for about 2 minutes. It was crazy. It was crazy, just like Crazy Dave. God damn it. Anywho.
Should I sing us out? Well, actually, here. Follow both of us on Instagram.
For the love of
Plain
God.
Shane, Cerebellum.
Yep. And then got patreon.com/gotnothinforya. Just join. We'll mail you your immunity idol. Toot sweet. I swear to God.
For real, if people subscribe to the Patreon, I will send you something. I will send you...
I promised it. You can buy individual immunity.
I'll make you a friendship bracelet. I'll put a little fucking Survivor thing on it.
Ooh, yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Anyway.
But like, for real, please. I can't even afford new jeans.
Yeah.
So subscribe to the Patreon. Share this with your friends. We love you. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
She's a survivor.